Oh my God. Guys, I finally went and I saw my friend. Remember the same friend that I was telling you about that her husband was playing around with a guy at the club that I saw over the weekend? I couldn't get a hold of her yesterday. The entire yesterday was horrible. And then I finally reached out today. We talked and it was very hard for her. And she's really heartbroken. And she actually, before I even got to her, she confronted him and said to him that somebody told her that he was at the club and he was in town and he was with a guy. And I was kind of like, what? You did that? And she said she had to. She couldn't take it anymore because she was crying when he got back and she had to tell him what she heard. And when I asked her, what did he say? He said that's a lie. That he First of all, he kind of lied and said that, yeah, he was in town. He didn't leave when he told her he was going to leave. He was supposed to have left that Friday afternoon, but something happened. So he ended up leaving on Saturday. So he quickly went to the club with the friends quickly, but he was not in town the entire weekend and left on Saturday. I was like, that doesn't even sound right. If he was already out of town, because maybe the next day, later than he thought he would be. He thought he was going to leave town Friday. You thought he was out of town Friday night. I saw him Friday night at the club. If he really was out of town, wouldn't he have told you, hey, hon, look what happened. My flight got canceled. Something happened. I'm still in town, but I'm in a hotel with my friends. Why would he lie? So that's the first lie. But whatever. I didn't want to interrupt her. I said, okay, keep going. And then she said that he was only in town briefly. He was with a few of his friends and he was hanging out with them, and that couldn't be him. He doesn't recall. And she described to him what she heard, that somebody told her. She didn't tell him that it was me. And in a way, I'm kind of glad she didn't, but in a way, I wanted her to say my name because I really want to confront him. I really am so mad right now. I really want to go and confront this guy. He's bullshitting her and he's getting in her head, and it pisses me off because she's emotionally connected to him. She's in love with him. So she's going to take all that rubbish. I'm going to see through him and tell him exactly what I think. So for her to hear those things, and he was denying, saying that he was basically not in town when he was in town, out of town, all of that bullshit was all of that. Anyway, he said that it couldn't have been him. It couldn't have been him. He was with a group of friends. He agreed to be with a group of friends, but he wasn't him that was holding any guy. That the person that saw him confused him for somebody else. Number one, you lied. You said you were out of town, but you were not out of town. You were in town. Two, you went clubbing. You didn't tell your wife. You FaceTime her. Told her you were somewhere far away in Miami, and you were not in Miami. Three, you're now saying the person didn't see clearly. The person didn't mistook you and confused you for someone else. What is the likelihood that the person really got it right the first time and said you were in town, got it right that you were at the club, and all of a sudden forgot who you were and said, oh, it's somebody else? Why would the person do that? It just doesn't even make sense. Anyway, so keep listening. And then I asked her, what did you say? Oh, when she's telling me this, I'm listening. I'm watching her facial reaction. She's kind of like looking like she believes him because she's almost having that emotional face, like, oh, he works so hard, giving excuses, which I was about to say, girl, just let it go. Shut up. Like, he's messing with your life. And you're thinking about him working so hard. What are you talking about? But anyway, then I asked her, what did you do then? So she's like, no, she just kept asking him to tell the truth. Just tell the truth. I want to know if are you into guys? And he said, oh, no, I'm not into guys. I've never done anything with a guy. I've never, I hate it. I'm a Christian. All the same lines he always gives us over and over again. This guy gave her the same lines. He basically brainwashed her, told her he was a good practicing Christian and he would never do that, just for those reasons. Not because I love you. I didn't hear her tell me, he said, oh, I love you, I wouldn't cheat on you. It was because I'm a Christian, I'm against that lifestyle. But you're not really against the lifestyle because we caught you doing it. I caught you doing it. I saw you doing it. I have pictures, I have videos. So let's keep going. And so he was like, oh, I'm a Christian. I would never do anything like that. I am, it's against my values. Those people are going to go to hell. And I'm like thinking, I'm looking at her. When she's saying this, it was so hard for me. It was so hard for me to stay still and not interrupt because I was just trying to scream and say, where is he? I don't want to say this. I was going to do something bad to him because I was so mad that he's playing with her intelligence. He's playing with this amazing, kind-hearted, beautiful, smart lady. If you don't want to be with her, leave her alone. Find your life. Let her find her life. But don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't effing play with me. Don't do that. Don't you ever do that. That's some bullshit. Don't try that shit with me. I don't take rubbish from people. Don't do that. You can do that to people that don't know her, but not to my friends or not to me. How dare you do that? How dare you? That's what I was going to ask him. So she now said, she told him all of these things. She asked him questions. He basically denied everything. And all she said was, promise me you always tell me the truth. Are you happily married? Is there anything I'm not fulfilling you for? Then she puts herself into this role of, is there anything I'm not satisfying you with? Is there anything I could do better? Are you happy in this marriage? No, that's not even the question. That's topic number, chapter number 20. You're not even there yet. We're trying to figure out, is this guy the same guy that I saw at the club playing with other guys, right? Is this guy reliable? Is he trustworthy? Is he into guys? Is he down low, bisexual, gay, whatever the term is? I don't know what he's gonna call himself, but is he into guys? And are you aware of it? Can you handle it? Is this what you guys signed up for? And because it's okay to have their marriages that people are open, their marriages where people talk about these things. So I'm sure that exists, right? But not telling her is the thing that really annoys me, because she's there thinking, oh, he's a good guy. And he told her, no, I would never. If it's the marriage, I love us, blah, blah, blah. He said he loved the marriage. He loved her. He in fact, he wants to be with her forever. There's no other woman out there for him. Oh, yeah, of course, there's no other woman out there for you. But maybe there's another man out there for you. There may be no other woman, but maybe there's another man. So when I said to her, and so he's basically denying that he was the one holding the guy, but he agrees that he was at the club. He agrees that he didn't leave town that Friday night, but he didn't come home Saturday. He now lied that he now says that he left on a Saturday morning. But you FaceTimed him earlier. When I asked you to come clubbing, you said you already FaceTimed with him. He was already at a club in Florida, in Miami, that you didn't feel in good health. That's why you didn't go out. You felt guilty not going out without. You didn't want to go out without him because you thought he was away for work, on a work trip somewhere far away, and you felt guilty and you were not feeling very well, right? She said, yes, yes, yes. And then I said, keep going. And she's like, there's not really much keep going. I just want to know that she's not just to check me. She wants to know if I really saw what I saw, or if I maybe it was his friend. Could it be that they were just giving a normal hug? I said, no, girl. I know what a normal hug is. A normal hug is like this. A normal hug is like, you hug, you don't hold, you don't linger. You hug, you let go. Even if I hug somebody from church, a friend, a mother, another guy who is just neutral, I hug like this. If I ever hug you romantically and you're a guy, you would know, because you're holding the person, you're rubbing them, your hand will linger. Why would a man's hand go to the hip? Why would your guys will hug up here, right? Look, am I getting this wrong, or am I overthinking this? No, when you hug a guy, you hug like this. When you hug a woman, you hug like this. Have you ever hugged anybody belly, hip, butt? Have you ever done that? That somebody you were not interested in romantically? Have you ever put your hand on the butt and held that? Wouldn't that be an awkward thing for you doing it and for the person receiving it? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I know what I saw. I'm not a baby. I may be naive in so many ways, but I am not a baby. I am seasoned. I have seen this over and over again. That guy hugged that man romantically, held his hand, put his hand on the man's hips, but kept it there. It was basically what we call smooshing, rubbing it down. I saw it. And she's like asking me, do you really see that? Are you sure you were not too drunk? I told her, no, I wasn't too drunk. Because if I was too drunk, I wouldn't recognize him. I wouldn't know that he was the one, because you already told me he was out of town, so my mind wouldn't even go there. It wasn't like you told me he was clubbing and I'm like trying to force somebody to look like him. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she told me, oh, he's clubbing, and then I'm forcing it. Somebody please look like him. No, he was out of town. You told me that. So automatically my mind should not even go towards his name and face. He's not my friend. He's your husband. I don't really hang out with him. So why would my out of all the close friends I have, out of all the guys I know, hundreds of guys, including guys that are gay and bi and straight, I chose to pick your husband to pinpoint him at the club. Does that not sound like this really happened? Like, so I asked, I said, yes, I saw what I saw. So when she asked me those questions, I said to her, yes, I'm sure of myself. I saw what I saw. A part of me was so angry. I wanted to show her the video and the text. Then she starts to cry. I'm like, oh my God. She starts to cry that she's so confused. This is going to kill her. This is going to, what the term this is going to take her life. She can't do it anymore. I'm like, okay. So I start, I'm a doctor, right? I don't like to pathologize. I don't like to treat my friends. I don't like to give them medical advice. But for the first time in my life with her, I had to tell her, calm down, take a deep breath, like almost like a panic attack steps. I told her, take a deep breath, calm down, let's figure this out. You, even if I started going to hypotheticals, even if he is into guys, it's not the end of your life. It's nothing to do with you. You're somebody who's worthy of love. You're a good person. These people are born that way. People are that way. It's nothing to do with you. You're not a bad wife. You're not a bad woman. So I was trying to work her because she was crying. And then on my other side of my brain, I'm thinking, is this the right time to share and drop the bombshell, the videos and pictures? But I couldn't. Because if I did that, the moment she was crying, saying she would end it all, it's almost like I don't give a damn. It's almost like if a part of me was like, if you do that and something happens to her, then I'm responsible for her. Because I triggered her. I pushed her. I pushed her into an emotional state where she lost it. Not even because of him. In a way, yes, because of him, but because of my actions and what I said. I said, hell no. I already saw something I wasn't supposed to see. I already brought it up to her, which I still regret that I saw it. I regret partly that I brought it up. I just wish somebody else did it. I'm not going to release those videos and pictures for now. For now, because I want to see how her psyche would be. I want to see what lies it will tell her. So at the end of the day, I saw what I saw. She said, oh, she doesn't believe me. And she's just gonna pray about it, and she doesn't think he's ever gonna do anything bad to her. Why would he lie to her? I said, well, why wouldn't he lie to you? It's such a big deal that he has to lie to you. But anyway, the way we left it up, I told her, I said, I'm not the only one that saw him. I can call my other friend, whom she kind of knows his name. She's met him twice, 2-3 times. I said, I can call him to confirm. You can, I don't know if you want to go to the club another day and hang around and see him. You can ask anybody at the club. I was like, but I saw him. So at this point, I'm going to hold up. But I'm going to still keep checking on her, because the last thing I want to do is to distance myself from her. Then he plays her mind games, and then she's isolated, and then I can't help her. I'm not going to be a savior, but I'm going to stick by my friends. So whatever it means, whatever I have to do, I'll do it. And I'll keep you guys posted and updated on how I'm going to handle the situation with her. It's going to be a long road, but I'm going to work my way slowly to make her see that this is not something that I made up. And secondly, that she needs to be careful. And thirdly, that she needs to maybe go to therapy with him, or decide to end it, or decide to continue, but to be aware of it. That's all I'm going to do. That's my rule. And if he pushes me, if this guy keeps playing games with me and pushing me, I'm going to challenge him, and I probably will tell him to his face. I don't know if I'm going to make that confrontation with her or without her. But at the same time, I don't want to catch a charge. I don't want to do something that's going to put me into harm's way, where I'll have to defend myself and then have something on my head. I don't want to have that. I have a clean record. I want to stay that way. But this is annoying, and I just feel helpless. And I just want to say this too. I said it the other day. Please don't trick people. Don't play games with people. If you can't do it, tell them. Be honest. Let people see you for who you are and let them accept you. If they don't accept you, bye. Somebody else will accept you. Somebody else out there would be okay with that. Like somebody there out there probably is looking for what you have to offer, because it works for them, because they're like that, because they're open-minded, because they love you so much, or because of whatever reason, because it's an understanding. There are marriages that are based on understanding, arranged marriages, happy marriages, I would think. So I don't think that I'm appalled by him going out being with a guy, because that's something deeper. But I'm just appalled by him not telling her, using her, gaslighting her, playing games with her. By the way, that's the definition of gaslighting. Making her feel like she's out of her mind, and making me feel like I'm out of my mind, like I didn't see clearly. I don't even drink like that. Probably had one drink. I rarely drink where I don't know myself. So what is he talking about? I don't do any drugs. I don't drink like that. I'm coming to somebody who's very, you know what I mean? Even stable all the time. I know what's going on around me. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on how I'm going to keep working with her until we get to the root of this. Until I can do no more. And if I can do no more, if that guy tries me, I'm going to show him the reason why my name is Rommel.